Okay, I kind of had a little difficulty there, but anyway, uh, I guess I'll just do what I was doing. I went ahead and changed the E string out, but I was going to go ahead and show you how to do the G string because the G string is a little different than the other strings. But basically, this is how I do it. Um, when you're changing strings, always keep in mind distance. Distance is very important in strings. And when you have what they call the 3-on-3, which is basically you have 3 on one side, 3 on the other, you always want to keep that in mind. So ordinarily, what I would do on every other string is I would basically bring the string up. Let me show you here. Let me grab a G string here. Now again, if you're just starting, just check them. If you need to, read off the different gauges so you don't get strings mixed up. G strings tend to be, or D strings, I'm sorry, D strings tend to be 26 gauge on a 10 gauge set. Okay, so pull it out and feed it through. So the third one. It's not cooperating. Cooperate. Darn you. Alright, first. Okay, there it goes. So go ahead and just feed it through like that. Now when you get to the ball end, again, make sure it's kind of parallel. Oh, and some strings are color coded too, which kind of helps you guys out. But make sure the ball is kind of, I like to have it to where the circle basically runs from the top to the bottom, right? So do that, pull it up. Now, because you have a little bit more distance up here, right? It's going to be, the string's going to be up here, right? You have a little bit more distance. This is kind of the thing the Schecter does. So basically pull on it and right over here. There we go. Okay, so just pull your string through. Make sure it's sitting on the bridge, nice, good, and nice, and then feed it through the nut. And then, like I said, I like to run the eye of the machine head where it basically is parallel with the back, and just kind of wrap it around. Kind of wrap it around once, like that. And see, on this one, because you don't really have a lot of space. So go to the 12th fret, go ahead and pick it, do your thing, do that. Yeah, you're basically gonna run out of string here. So some strings are longer than others. Some of them, they clip them at the end, right? And it just depends on the manufacturer and stuff like that. I mean, Markley leaves you a little bit of the core sticking out, core of the string. Just kind of pull on it like that, and then pick up the extra string like that. And then now always keep a little bit of pressure on it. You can do it here, you can do it up here, it doesn't matter. Make sure when you're winding your string that the loop goes down like that, right? You don't want to have a bunch of loops, because when you have a bunch of loops on top of each other and stuff like that, it can make it really hard to tune. And just kind of wrap it around. Now this one, I don't think you're going to get two out of it. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get two out of this one. All right, now get your tuner and tune it up. So it'll be Every Boy Goes Downtown. So do a D. Like I said, on every string, what I do, I ordinarily don't skip from E to G, right? Ordinarily go all the way up and down, but every string, tune it, right? Now you're going to go back out of tune once you got all your strings on, and when you get to the very bottom, when you get to your treble E, your high E or whatever, go back up, retune it. Just do it several times until you get it right. And I found that when you do it that way, it actually cuts down on your break-in time. And then once you get all the strings on, you've gone up and down, and you get it, you start tuning, play it, and kind of listen. Listen, or maybe if your ears aren't very strong, maybe you haven't been doing it for very long, check your tuner, like say, okay, I'm going to play for 2 minutes straight. Just kind of doodle around, play chords, just, play, if you don't know a lot of leads or whatever, just bend the strings, do whatever. Do whatever you feels comfortable with you. And then look, after that 2 minutes, look again and then retune it. And then play a couple more minutes, then retune it. And play a couple more minutes, then retune it. I mean, it has to be like exactly 2 minutes. That's just some number I picked out of the air. But just do it and kind of listen to hear, wow, this doesn't sound right, or this kind of sounds a little bit off, or whatever, and then just keep rechecking. So anyway, this is part 2 of the actually restringing the Dean Markley blues stills up. So I'm going to try to give you the ending result here in a second, and I'll see you soon.